you know, wave, I love that, but that's a different category. When it comes to tools, this is my absolute #1 favorite, and it is our Sunjo handheld and combo pull saw. I'm on my second one. Do you want to know why? In the flood that we had in Helene, I had my chainsaw in the back room, and the battery compartment was 6 inches underwater. So it ruined it. And I was so, because it comes with what's the warranty on this thing? It's 2 years. So I had it for 3, so I knew there was nothing I could do. Plus it was, you know, it was an act of God thing. The first thing I bought, when everything was over, I bought another chainsaw, and I got the new and improved one. I got this one. And I will tell you, I love this tool. First of all, #1 favorite garden tool. It is springtime, right? We're here in March. It's almost April. Tree branches, shrubs, pruning, all that stuff you need to do now, you can utilize with this tool. It is a handheld saw, and I'll show you how easy when we come back to me. I'll talk over this first. So anybody can use it. I love the fact that a lot of my lady gardeners buy this because it's easy. It has a 4.5-inch blade, 5-inch blade, excuse me. It's getting bigger. 5-inch blade. It says in the card 4.5, but I think it is 5. It's a 5-inch blade. So you can cut through large pieces of firewood. You can cut through any branch, any limb, all right? Any kind of thatch, it will go through. To get it to work, all you do is you take it. I got to put the little connector on it here. And you lock that in. You take your battery. You lock that in. How easy is that? And there is a little battery charger indicator right here. And if you hit that button, you can see I've got 3 bars. This will last you about 30 minutes of runtime. And I love it. In fact, when I use it, my neighbors, contractors, anybody that's around is like, hey man, where did you get that? There's no cords, there's no wires. It is Sunjo's 24-volt battery system. The best in the business. I don't know any other power tool company that gives you a 2-year, up to a 5-year warranty with this company, but this is a 2-year. We're giving you the extender pull. So now, in addition to being able to do things handheld, I use this so much. I love it. It's on spring-loaded too. Now, I can attach my pole saw or my chainsaw to my pole saw, right? And now I can reach things 6 feet over my head without getting on a ladder. All that being said, in fact, you got video of me? Oh, there's my old one that I lost. I bought a new one. Watch. That's my neighbor's house. She was out of town. And I'm like, you need to trim your trees. I'll do it for you. Watch how fast. Now, normally, I'm a tall guy. I could never reach that. Watch this. Zip and zip. Is there one more over there? Finish the job, Mr. Guy. I love this. And she was actually she's like, thank you so much for doing that, because those things have berries on them and they get everywhere. And look, I'm done. Collapse it, ready to go, pose for camera. What an amazing guy. Bobby Milliken, another amazing guy, is going to demo it for us. You know how much I love this thing.
Yeah.
It is my absolute favorite. Easy. Anybody can use it.
I love that we show that video of you, because you are just making it look like child's play. It's that simple.
It's that easy.
And how much would you have had, or your neighbor had to have paid for a professional to come out? What Guy can do, what I can do, what you can do so easily with the Sunjo.
She would have called Clifton. Clifton is our tree guy.
I was like, who's Clifton?
Clifton is from the islands. And
okay.
He's like, hey man, give me that. I want to get that.
He would have done it, right?
He loves it. Yep. He would charge probably $300.
That's the point. So save yourself $300 and do it yourself. That's what we're huge at Sunjo. If you missed that, I'll do it again. I'm just starting off with a 2x4 to show you how easy this tool is to use. But don't be fooled, it is very powerful. It's 230 watts of power inside or under the hood right there. And if you're like me and that maybe it's the first time you're seeing or gonna get to feel a chainsaw in your hands, you might think, oh, a chainsaw, I'm a little intimidated, I'm a little nervous. You don't have to be. I felt that same way. I got this Sunjo in my hand. I thought, this is super easy. This is super cool. Couple safety things just to, right off the jump. First of all, you have this little riving knife or protector guard, so to protect it from anything from the top touching the blade. Second of all, if you just pull the trigger, it's not gonna go. Why? Because you have to engage the safety, which I do with my thumb right there, then pull the trigger. We also have a hand guard, a place to put your hand, or a guy likes to do things one-handed and put in his pocket. You can do that too. So I showed you up front in that configuration. I'm gonna come back here and show you, this is kind of why I say this is a 2-in-1, because you're getting a handheld chainsaw as well as a pole saw. And guys showed you at the beginning, this is retractable, okay? Telescopic, it goes in and out, it's gonna give you up to 6 feet in length. Wherever your height is, you just lock it in. So I'm gonna direct your attention up here. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to cut above my head. Did you see that, guy?
Go, go, go.
So one thing you've got to know is I don't want to be up on a ladder at my age. You know, I just turned 50 last month.
God bless
and
you.
I don't want my dad to be on a ladder, my grandfather, really anybody with a chainsaw to be on a ladder is just not a good look. So now you can do all of these cuts safely, soundly, and look, guy, I know it's hot out here. I'm not sweating. I'm not trying hard. I'm able to lift this one-handed. In the handheld position, it's only 5 pounds. I'm gonna toss that to you. It's just something where if you get nothing else from Guy and I's presentation, I want you to know this. It's lightweight, it's powerful, and it's easy to use, right, Guy?
All right, time to trim the magnolias. I think I'm the only guy that trims them. These are real trees here, and they always get PO'd at me because I cut them. But I got to tell you, how would I get this? First of all, you would never put a ladder up here. All right? Look at that. But if I want to trim way up high.
Wow, look at that. Wait, guys, show the thickness of that. Did you see that?
Here, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, there you go. Look, this is that's a pretty, I don't know which camera, but just hold it still. That's the thickness of it. So again, what he's using is a 5-inch blade. So you're gonna be able to cut anything that's under that. So 4.5 inches or under. So that's a pretty big piece of branch that you were able to just knock down that freely. Now we don't have to pay a maintenance guy to come here and do it.
Yeah.
Guy and I are basically taking care of business.
And look at this, even small ones. I mean, honestly, it's so easy. And then when you're done at the end of the day, you fold it back up, lock it up, and you can put it away like this. Where are you? There you are. Sorry, I got my glasses on and I can't see. I can't see the monitor. But you do that, and by the way, you can articulate it.
Yeah.
Down,
Yes.
all the way back, any way you want to articulate it, all right? And then easy to turn back into a handheld saw. Easy. Keep
Exactly.
going, Bobby.
Yeah, and well, I want you to know that you don't need gas, you don't need cords. This is all powered by our Sunjo lithium-ion battery. And if I'll just allow me a second to talk about it. I know if you want to grab an extra battery, we have some of those available for you. We'll put it up on screen. But when you get this configuration, you get this first battery free. You can see how expensive the battery is just by itself. Well, you get it built into this not one but 2 tool configuration. This is no fade power. Okay, it's quick charging. You hit that button, it tells you you're all charged up, 3 out of 3. You don't have to worry about the gas. And this works in over 150, think about that, guy, 150 of our other Sunjo and Snowjo tools. So that's pretty impressive. If you have any of our other lineup, now you know, okay, I can use that, right? I can use it in the snow blowers or any of those things. So I'm gonna direct your attention over here. I'm gonna take my time with this log because this is probably at least 5 inches, maybe more. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to like force it. You can do kind of like the rockin' deal, and you can see that protector up top is protecting me at the top. And then I'm eventually going to get through. This is a thick piece, and it's a little bit damp, I think, Guy. You see how thick this piece is I'm working on?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. You know what? For this one, I'm going to let's go to the tape. Are you ready? Here it is right here. Let's see how thick this was. It's probably 4 inches. I just got through it. There you go, 4-inch block right there. Maybe a little bit more than 4, if you can see that. So that is a nice thick piece of wood. So to get through something this thick, let me show you what you don't need, right? Let me go over here and show you. You don't need this, because this to me looks like something from a horror movie.
Yeah.
I would be very intimidated, honestly. And I'm a decent sized dude. I'd be scared to start this, run this,
I've used them.
this.
I
could barely lift it.
I have a girlfriend whose father owned a big barn up in Tennessee, and a tree landed on it. We were on the roof using these things, and I'll tell you, it's a daunting task.
No.
You got to know how to mix gas and oil and all that stuff. You don't need to do that.
No.
With this, it is simple. In fact, we even give you, if you come to me for a minute, we give you the chain oil, which is right here. And all you do with the chain oil, and if you can get a close-up, I'll show you. There's a little valve right here, and it has a little plunger on it. See that little valve? This comes off, just like this, okay? And pop it off. That is where your oil goes, right in that little hole. And we give you the lubricating oil. That's what keeps the chain running nice and smooth. All right, I'm gonna put this back on. And I wanted to show everybody real quick, Bobby.
Yeah.
I think I get this. All right, there we go. I want to show everybody how easy it is to change from a handheld to a pole saw. So
Yes, please.
here it is handheld, all right? All you do, there's a button on the bottom to release the battery right there. See my hand is? So I'm going to pop the battery off. Boom, there it goes. And I'm going to take off the little adapter. Then what I do is I go over to the pole and I put it on the top of the pole just like this. Locks in. There's a little latch. Lock it in. I go to the bottom and I put the adapter back on the bottom. And all this does is go like this.
That's your little adapter. You got it.
I put my battery on.
That's it.
I lift it up. Safety button, trigger,